Hello and welcome to another episode of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Tips and Tricks, and today we're going to be covering the submachine guns, the follow on from the assault rifles in the previous video. So if you want to go back and watch that, there'll be an annotation in the top left of the video. But anyway, we're going to jump straight into this and we're going to move on to the first weapon of the 5 speculated to be in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and it is the returning MP7 from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. As we all know, this is one of the high rate of fire, low recoil guns from Modern Warfare 3, which was the bane of many people's lives, and it is said to be returning in Black Ops 2. We have a few on-screen pictures of it actually in-game, so it's definitely making a return, and it is speculated to have the same kind of characteristics as it did in Modern Warfare 3 with a 30 round magazine and kind of high mobility. So it will be definitely one of the high used submachine guns, and it has kind of a more tinny sound effect if you've seen any Call of Duty Black Ops 2 gameplay footage from Gamescom so far, but that's possibly because it had a suppressor on it. But it's definitely going to be one of the submachine guns to look out for. Hopefully it won't be as arguably overpowered as it was in Modern Warfare 3, but we'll have to see when we get into the game. Can't really speculate too much on that. Moving on to the second gun out of the 5 set here, we've got the Shicom CQB, which is actually a bullpup weapon which will actually appear as definitely been seen in game along with the MP7. So the first 3 guns which I'm going to be showing you today have all been seen in game, so they're definitely in there. The bottom 2 are speculation, but they're most likely to be in there. The interesting thing about this CQB is that it actually is speculated to have a 40 round magazine size, which is quite good. There's something a bit different, something I like to see, variation between the weapons to give you incentives to go for different ones. But I'm thinking if it's got a higher magazine size, it's probably going to have a higher rate of fire and lower damage output. So it's going to be a trade-off whether you go for the MP7 with the more accurate, slow rate of fire, higher damage, or the CQB with the high rate of fire, bit lower damage. So it's going to be nice to see how they trade off and see which one people normally favour. As you can see, it's quite a small gun with a small stock, so it's going to be quite a kind of mobile, close impact weapon. So it's definitely going to be one for those close quarters engagements. The third weapon we're having a look at is the PDW-57, which was the first submachine gun to actually be seen in the Black Ops 2 series. It was seen in the multiplayer reveal trailer, and it has many traits similar to the P90, which has obviously been in Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. It's got a 50 round magazine size, so this is definitely going to be one step up from the CQB, but it might actually have a slower rate of fire because that's what traditionally the P90 light guns have had. So it's definitely going to be one which is to keep your eyes on, because if it's able to have the higher magazine size as well as decently low recoil and decent rate of fire and damage, this could definitely be your go-to submachine gun on Call of Duty Black Ops 2. If you have seen any of the multiplayer reveal things, you'll see it's got a very unique reload actually coming out of the middle of the gun, taking it to the sides, which I think is something nice to see. Different reloads, obviously keeping the game nice and fresh. The penultimate gun we're going to be looking at here is actually the Scorpion Evo 3, which I believe is obviously a variant on the Scorpion from Call of Duty 4 and the Scorpion handguns in Modern Warfare 3. But so far we haven't really got much information on this. We've got a little bit of a picture which you can see in the background there. That is what it's said to be looking like in game. So that's kind of giving you a bit of a flavour of what it could look like, what it could be. You can see it's got quite a decent magazine size from the look of the picture. So I'm thinking arguably in the 30 to 40 range, but obviously fully automatic, but we can't really speculate too much on that. The final gun we've got in this submachine gun video is actually the MSMC, and as you can see, my first instinct from this was it looks very much like the Uzi in the previous Call of Duties. I've done a little bit of research around this, and it's actually a variant being designed on the Mini Uzi. Once again, we haven't got too much information on this, but if it's anything to go by from the previous Call of Duties, it's going to be definitely a high rate of fire Mini Uzi with probably about a 30 round clip, so that's going to be quite good. It definitely is going to be a trade-off between the higher rate of fire, lower damage machine guns, and obviously the bit lower rate of fire and high damage machine guns. But the magazine size is definitely going to be something you want to consider when going for your submachine gun choice. So if you have enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, maybe a favourite if you're feeling delicious. And I'll see you guys later for another episode of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 tips and tricks, and we're going to be moving on to LMGs.